Gary Peterson here. Today we're going to look at your backhand straight volley drop. We're going to try and develop a consistent system where we can get a good outcome. And we're going to take it to a little bit more of an advanced level as well. We'll show you how to do that at the same time. So from here, I'm going to start to just put the ball in and through there. Right, so all those shots are pretty consistent, and that's actually better than what it looks. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Once again, that's better than what it looks. The reason those two last ones were better than what they looked really high and they looked really bit fat, but the ball was on the side wall when your opponent would want to hit it. So I've cut it into the side wall, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay, so let's talk about the mechanics of how it happens and what happens and what you need to do. I like to get rid of all the big stuff before you hit and go with short stuff and then hit. So let's cut out our backswing. So it's tough. Sorry, I was in trouble there. Cut the backswing, there. So what I'm doing is trying to get rid of all the work prior to doing any swinging. So it actually gets rid of any inconsistencies. Okay, so I just want to get rid of all the inconsistencies and have a complete system. Sorry, I missed that completely. It's the first one I've missed. First one I've missed, so that's not too bad. There, there. All right. So, from the forehand, this is easier to learn on the forehand than it is to learn on the backhand. In other words, the cut is much easier to understand. But on the backhand, what happens is we do the same things. So instead of pushing the racket to the front wall to play a drop, we push our racket more to the side wall. There, there. And it does two things for you. Takes the pace off the ball and it will spin the ball into the side wall. So if you can put a little bit of that cut into the ball, into the side wall, then it's really good. Remember, you want to maintain minimum preparation. So you have the racket relatively close and then you push it away. So if I start close, push it away, it gets pretty good. Here, that's tough, but that's a good outcome. There, there, it's a great outcome. There, that's a great outcome. All right, I'll tell you why those last three worked and why they work so well. I took them off my back shoulder and off my front shoulder, and the problem is most people are told to take the volley as early as you can. Taking the volley as early as you can is a wonderful thing. That's out here, there, out there. So if I try and take it in front of my body, it's wonderful. It's really good, but what happens, they're fat volleys. They're all fat volleys. The ball's bouncing on, it's not cutting and dying. When the ball's tight on the side wall, you need to take it late so you can cut it back with your wrist and do this and pull it out that way. So it pulls it down the floorboard. So instead of pushing that way, I'll go this way. And that keeps my racket on the side wall. That's tough, and that's good. And it cuts back in. See that? It's just great. Here, there. If I try and take it late, it's just beautiful. And it will cut back in. It will cut back into the side wall beautifully. That's just really good. Now I can put a bit of work on it. When I've got a body position on it, I can put work on it. That was body position. Here, there. I can start to force it in. There, there. So when I have good position on the ball, I can put a little bit of that into it. And that just makes it go in beautifully. It just definitely puts it in instead of going with an even flow swing through the ball, which is a bit harder to control. All right, so it's a wonderful thing to understand how it works and what goes on. You have to have your wrist back. I'm trying to take the ball level with my back hip sort of thing, maybe even later sometimes. And if the ball's right behind me, I can go there and still pull it out and cut it into that side wall. So I put it right back there. Once again, it's down the wall. So even when it's back there, I'll cut that right behind me as much as I can. If I start up here and go back there, hit the tin, back there, that just pulls it in beautifully. Right back there, once again. Now, the other component of slicing it in with that spin is the one I really want. This is high level. So instead of going for the neck, because the ball bounces out if you get it wrong, I want the front wall, I want the floor, and I want it to run in onto the side wall when my opponent wants to hit. So I'm trying to spin the ball into the side wall. So there, spin it in, and it's on the side wall. So once again, there, spin it in. That missed it just. That's tough. See, it fixed it up because it was on the side wall. Once again, here, that's tough, but that's on the side wall nearly. That's too hard because it's dead on the side wall. I nearly got it, it just didn't get my racket close enough to the side wall. So I put it on the wall. No. There, that's virtue, nearly returned on the wall. There, push it in. So that's got to be that sudden push to the side wall. It'll take care of any inconsistencies. The more you can do that and slide under, the better you are. There it is, into the side wall. So there you go, your volley, when you set it, you need to set it from different directions. Because the other one is this. It's a bit different when you're actually hitting a cross court. So the ball comes across here, there, to push your racket towards the side wall and the ball is going away. There is wonderful if you can get onto it, but you've got to really move. There. I find I've got to be very direct. That's tough because I had to reach big time. There. See how much body work's got to happen? There. So these are not going to be as good because there it is there. If I can pull it in and across, I get a better outcome. So here, there, in. So I'm trying to pull my racket back into me. Here, pull it in. That was terrible. Never mind. Here, there. And then when you get the fast ones, it comes down to deflection. So you want minimal swing, just deflect the ball. It's going to be like that. So these ones here, to deflect. All I've done is just deflected it. I haven't tried to do too much. If you're trying to do too much, it gets too hard. So then, while you have no backswing, it becomes a deflection volley. So here, there, deflection volley. Finish it anywhere short. There, deflection volley. So you can practice just smashing it. Deflection volley. Smash it. Deflection volley. Deflection volley. They're really good to practice because often you haven't got any time and you need those reflexes to kick in. You can't do it as much this way because I've got to swing and then I've got to get it back and then I've got to do that. So that one is not as easy to practice because the prep required is difficult. Yeah, so you've got to get your racket back in time and we'll let that one go. That's how it goes. There you go, there's a little bit on your backhand volley. I like to do these every now and then and I just talk about what I learn when I practice myself because you need to re-practice all these things. You can't just go, got this forever now, I reckon I'll be pretty good. I can't go wrong. What happens is you need to just fine tune. You need to go back and work out what works, why it works and how it works. So it's often good to re-watch these videos from time to time because then it will just remind you and then go back on the court, have a crack at those finer points that we show you and you'll find that the outcome should actually improve really quickly. And you'll find you'll be back in the groove again with your backhand volley drop. So it'll go really well. There you go, that's a bit of a tidy up on your backhand volley drop.